On or about July 26, 1895, Aaron Daniels dictated before his death from his journals to his daughter Carolyn Amelia Mills. I was not allowed to see the route by which we ascended the mountains. We left the trail and climbed a mountain at a place which was very steep, so much I had to cling to my horse's back to prevent from falling off. The Indians then took off my blindfold and showed me many old Spanish signs on the trees. Happy Jack tried to explain the history of the Spanish signs, saying that many years earlier in his father's time, the Spanish had forced the Utes to work the mines for the gold ore. Happy Jack said that he himself had killed several Spaniards in his youth, and knowing him as I came to, I never doubted his statement. Just down the slope of the hill from the Spanish trees there was a mine tunnel, which was very well hidden and only seen by going up the small draw where the tunnel supports could be seen protruding from the tailings, which had been drawn out in a vein which was dark gray. I was blindfolded again before leaving the Spanish trees, and before I could see in the direction was to the southwest the chalk cliffs where it apparently had started off the trail earlier. We came down from the mountain and stopped to water our horses at a place I suspected was probably Indian Springs. These were two places I had always felt certain of. When next they unblinded me, I found myself sitting on my horse on a bluff near the edge of a swiftly sloping steep hill or ridge. To the north of me was a series of three large knolls. Two were westwardly and rounded and close together, and the third eastward and separated from the others by a little distance. In front of me, below the hill where I sat, were two long ridges running parallel to each other, with a dissecting cut in the southernmost of the lower ridge. Happy Jack pointed out to me an area to my right, closer to the knolls, where the vein was exposed, and in the clumbering gray vein in yellowish soil there were thousands of small crumbled nuggets of gold, the pieces of corn tossed in the chickens on the way to the ground. I have never quite forgotten the sight, and I always seen anything anywhere other than the match this cornfield. I jumped down from my horse and picked up several pieces of the metal, and Sagusi Jack knocked them out of my hand and reminded me, You touch nothing, just look. We left the horses on top of the hill and descended down over the first ridge on foot. When we were between the two ridges, my Indian companions became very nervous at this point, withdrew to themselves and talked in the lower whispers. They finally came to me and Happy Jack and told me that they couldn't take me any closer because Toats, the Great Spirit, guarded the sacred mine, and that he would kill us if we went there. Happy Jack relented and took me to a place near the bottom of the ridge and said, "Tunnel is there. You go by yourself up the slope to the heavy brush, and when you get close, you will see it." He told me to uncover rocks, and there I would see the tunnel going back into the ridge. He tried very hard to talk me out of going any closer. I was not about to make such a long trip and not go see the famous mine. I could see back in the heavy growth a pile of rocks which did not look natural. I knew this was a cleverly concealed tunnel entrance. I rolled back a few of the top rocks there, and the tunnel entrance, so as I predicted, easily large enough we could stand in. As you can see by Aaron Daniels' diary, that this entrance was very carefully hidden and will be hard to locate. As you can see by the geology of this area, this place could be loaded with volcanic tubes of lava and a large batholith intrusion.